Hi ladies, it's Melissa here. And I was just thinking the other day about all the primers that I put on my eyes. And then I was thinking, I wonder if they're really necessary and how much they prolong the wear throughout the day. So we are going to do a little test to see how long they prolong the wear of the eye makeup throughout the day. So I've got the rest of my face done. And we're going to do the eyes right now so you can see what primers I'm using. Then throughout the day I'm going to come back to you and check in so you can see how it's working. So the first one I use is an under eye primer. This one also hydrates. This is the Pure HydraGel under eye primer. So we're just going to put it on one side. We're not going to put anything on the other side. Then we'll see how they look throughout the day. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and go in. So I have been having a little color under my eye, so I'm going to go in with the Benefit Erase Paste. And it's in a little jar, so I like to go in with a brush to get that out. And you just need like the tiniest bit, and I just put a little bit right here. Just kind of brightens the under eye, cancels out any green that's in the eyes. It's like a salmony color. And here's the eye that we don't have any primer on. So used to putting it on, it's kind of weird not putting it on. Alright, so then we're going to go in with the under eye concealer. This is the Bare Minerals Bareskin. It's a serum-based concealer, so it's a little liquidier. But for me, I find that that does not create lines as much. We'll see what happens without the primer on there, too. I do have under eye, I've got eye moisturizer, eye cream on both my eyes. I couldn't do that to myself. And then we'll just go in with the setting powder. I'm going to keep everything the same with my eye routine except for the primer part. Same as I usually do. So I always go in with a setting powder under the eyes. Okay. Then next, I'm going to go in for the brows. I do use a primer on my brows. I think it helps it stay, and I think it just looks nicer, but we'll see if that is true. So only on this one. Notice how this one is so much lower, so I try to always fix that when I go in with my brow gel. So I've got the Benefit Brow. Okay, so this one was the browvo Conditioning Primer. That is the only eyebrow primer that I have used. Honestly, I'm not sure what other companies make them. That was kind of new to Benefit a couple years ago. Gosh, has it been that long? And I've had the same. This was like a little trial size that Platinum members got for free, and I've been using that same one. I have bought in a replacement because I think they were on special 1 month and I wanted to be sure to have a backup, but I am still using that same one. Okay, now this is interesting. This brow almost looks lighter, but it also has less hair, so that could be part of it. Isn't that the strangest thing, how our brows are shaped differently? Okay, so then that's just the Anastasia brow gel going on top just to keep everything in place. And then I'm going to go in with my, this is the Mica Beauty Cosmetics. I had gotten this in a Birchbox one. This is an eyeshadow primer. I really like it. Where's my brush for that? Okay, and then I use a brush to go in with this. Part because I've got acrylics, and part because I just don't want to keep putting germs into the pot. Okay. Well, I've got to make sure that I don't put the primers on the other eye. I'm so used to it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Today, I got the email. 20% off prestigious brands at Ulta. My favorite part about being a platinum member is those 20% off coupon. And I have been saving my points because the more you save, the more like percentage each bracket is worth in rewards. I've been saving up for a 20% off coupon and it came, so I'm going to be investigating on what products I'm going to get, and I will let you guys know, and I'm also going to let you guys know how to get the most out of your money when you're doing beauty stuff. Okay, so I'm going with the Lorac Pro. If you don't have a Lorac Pro palette, these are awesome. They really allow you to do a full look. So this one's kind of more a rose gold, and then this is the Lorac Pro 3, and then I've also got the Lorac Pro Original. And they let you do a full face or a full eye look. So they've got all the colors you need to do a full eye look. So I'm going to go in with the taupe color. It's called Cool Taupe. Just into my transition area there between the brow bone and the lid. And I just go around in circles. Okay, so I am already seeing a difference in how it applies. This just feels a little choppier when I'm applying it as opposed to with the primer on. And I can already tell you that I fully believe eyeshadow primer is a must. Alright, then I'm going to go in with this other taupe. I just like to layer a couple taupes in there to give it depth. And we'll go back in that one on the other eye. I mean, it's just not letting me blend as much, I think. Might be what's going on here. Okay, so then we're going to go in with, so this palette also, this top row is all mattes, all shimmers. Down here we've got the lightest one, so I'm going to put those in my highlight part on the brow bone. So tell me, did you guys get your Ulta coupon in? Are you guys platinum? I love being platinum and getting those 20% off perks. Alright, so then we are going to use our little switch pan. And I'm going to go in, I'm just doing kind of a basic eye look today. I'm going to go in with the light colors. I don't know why, I always mix them. And I'm going to put this over most of the lid. This is going to be a simple eye look for me. This is kind of my go-to eye look. The taupe in there, we've got the matte highlight, the shimmer on the lid, and then we're going to put a little depth on the lid. So I'm going to go in with, we'll do Rose Bronze. This palette has got me thinking about like a romantic eye for Valentine's Day. So we're almost like creating an ombre effect on the eyelid. And then for the corner, I go in with the darker shades. On this one I always use, I mix dark mauve, oh not black. Amethyst and dark brown I mix. So the one thing about Lorac palettes and eyeshadows is they are super creamy. So they have got fallout, but they're super pigmented. So as long as you just kind of tap it off, you won't get the fallout on your face. But you're going to get creamy shadows with good color with these. So these are for sure worth the buy. If you just want to buy one eyeshadow palette to start out, I would start out with the Lorac 1 or the Lorac 3. The Lorac 2 has got a little bit more unique colors in it, so that's probably not a starter palette. Alright, so then as always, we're going to go in with a big fluffy clean brush and blend that out. And I'm going to go in with my Lorac Front of the Line Pro Liquid Pen Liner. I love my liquid pens for my cat eye. Start in the middle, go to the end, and head up where you want the point to go to, pull it down, and fill in. Mommy. Are you guys trying this method? Is it getting easy? It gets easier and you figure out how to do it. So let me know if you're trying this out. Corner of the eye, pull it across. Oops. Put your tip up where you want it to go. Pull it down and fill in. These pens make it so easy. This is definitely a understated eyeliner on YouTube. I'm happy to bring it to you. Alright, so now that we have that done, okay, so I got this little smudge on my eye over here, so I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. eye makeup removing pen. Amazing, $3 at Target. I saw it the other day. It's not at Ulta online though, right? Bummer. Alright, then we're going to go in with some of those shades that we used on the top of the lid. So I'm just using one of the transition shades. And then I'm going to go in with some of those darker shades that I used on top. So a little of the purple. I'm going to pull the purple all the way across. Then I'm going to take the dark brown and just put it in the corner. Kind of blend it with that cat eye. Just go a little part way through. Okay, so our last primer that I use, I really do like this one. This is the Benefit They're Real Lash Primer. Whew. No quiet time for the mother. Okay, so the last one I go in with that I really love is the Tinted Primer from Benefit. It's from the They're Real line. So a lot of companies make the white primers, and there are some that I like. I really like this one though because it's tinted and it does elongate. Oh my gosh. Breath from chasing these kids around. Okay. So we'll just go in with that, and I just brush it back and forth. Alright, so then I'm going to go in with the mascara that I've been loving lately, because this will give me a good tell of how these last, or how it goes on with the primer. I've actually been using this mascara without the primer, so it'll be interesting to see. So we'll have to see if I get more lash with the primer on. That's really the purpose of that mascara primer. It is not necessarily for staying power. That mascara primer is for lengthening and curling. So let's go in with a second coat. I do want to say that this has got more lash to it. What do you guys think? Okay, ladies, so here is our current eye look. We've got no primer, primer. So we're gonna check in throughout the day and I will let you know how things are going with the eyes, and I will see you later. Hi ladies, so I'm just checking in to see how this makeup's doing. It's about 12:15 and I put it on at about 9:45, so it's been about 2.5 hours. I think the eyeshadows both still really look good. Eyebrows both still look good. Yep, just like I said earlier, I still think that this lash looks longer and just more filled, but they're both looking good. Nothing's falling off. And then the under eyes, I think they're looking pretty similar. I don't feel like there's, I mean, I have lines, but I don't feel like my concealer is creasing too much on either eye. So I will keep on going on with the day, and then I will check back with you guys later to see how the makeup's doing. Bye. We're just back for a quick update on how it's going. It's about 3 o'clock right now, and let's just check in with these eyes. So right now the brows are both looking pretty good. This one is coming up a little bit on this side. Remember, this is the eye that had primer. This eye no primer. Eyeshadow is doing really good. I would have to say though that the one with primer is keeping the lighter shadow on there. I am shocked at how well this one is doing without primer. And then we've got our mascara primed, not primed. Again, this one just looks fuller and longer lash wise. And then under eyes, I mean, I really think they look the same. The only thing with this one is it feels a little more moisturized, which is one thing that primer does, is it moisturizes under the eyes. So I will be back tonight with an update of how the whole day went and what we think about primer. All right, ladies, we are back for the final check-in. It's about 7:30 at night, and went pretty good today. So, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyeshadow primer because I was shocked by these results. So, remember, this is the primer side, no primer. I really thought that this one was gonna end up with a ton of creasing, and this one was going to be perfect. And there is like no creasing in this one. The only difference I noticed is that the lighter colors have stayed on more. So this one kind of held the pigment more, and this one maybe kind of blended together more, so you can't see that lighter pigment as well, but it doesn't look terrible. So remember, primer, no primer. All right, so then we had the eyebrows, and I would have to say that they both held up really well. I think that a brow primer would be really good if you're using a powder for your brows. I mean, I'm going to keep using it because I like it. But I use the gel one, so this one stays on better for me, I guess, without a primer. So, and I use the brow gel on top of it, and that helps everything kind of stick together as well. So maybe I shouldn't have used that. Or maybe you could pick one or the other. So then we've got the mascara, and just like I said in all the other updates, I really do think that using the primer did help boost the volume and the lengthening of the mascara I used. I just think this one has more volume and lengthening in it, as opposed to the one without the mascara primer. And as for the under eyes, I didn't really notice much of a difference. The only thing I would say throughout the day that I noticed was this one did feel more hydrated throughout the day than this one did. And that really is part of the purpose of the under eye primer, is to keep it hydrated. This is that pure one. Just got a little pink. It's kind of like balmy. It's very cooling when you put it on. So I will continue to use that. I'm going to continue to use all the things, but Good to know that you don't necessarily need all of them. And I think another reason with the eyeshadows that I forgot to mention was Lorac is a really good eyeshadow, really pigmented, and I think that might be part of the reason for the staying power without the primer. You're not going to get that with all shadows. So those are the results. Thank you guys for tuning in and sticking it out with me to see are primers really needed for the eyes. And remember, click that little red box down here to subscribe to my channel. Thanks guys. Bye.